This is a film about questions, and without any mathematical formulae. It is just made for fun. What we call time impinges on our senses in various ways, and we construct devices to measure it and use it in calculations, but we cannot touch it or alter its direction. We can record and even photograph specific moments which are then signposts to the past, and we have memories, some of which may even ultimately be stored genetically. Ahead of us is a future of probability options. Many worlds theories postulate that various future options arise, and you just travel along one or perhaps all of those pathways. But where would the energy for that come from? And would it mean that there is no such thing as our feeling of free will? It is proven that our local time alters in relation to our local velocity and proximity to large amounts of mass, which are distorting space-time and creating a gravitational force. A distant observer may see us in our past, but it has not transported us into the future. We measure the physical world in the same way we would measure a block of wood. But what if those straight lines are very curved? When the first Severn Bridge was built, it must have been such a disappointment to the unthinking flat earthers of this world, who found out that the vertical towers were about 2 inches farther apart at the top than at their base. We live in the illusion of flatness whilst living on a large globe. But space-time is the larger stage, where existence and reality is played out. Science fiction authors and filmmakers describe amazing stories and states of time travel, and there are many obvious paradoxes which would arise. Reversing chemical processes, breathing in carbon dioxide to breathe out oxygen, reversing nuclear fission, or reversing a mathematical calculation without knowing the original question. Original starting point information and energy has been lost in each instance and trails behind a wavefront, the hypersurface of the present. Were we able to bend the forward light cone into a loop to intersect the past, using vast amounts of energy, would that trap us in that loop? It may alter our state and avoid paradoxes, but it would no longer be us. Travelling at extreme velocities would affect our perception of colour and narrow our field of view. A simplistic view of time reversal would break the second law of thermodynamics, with matter becoming more organised and requiring energy from somewhere to achieve that. And I cannot imagine what mealtimes would look like. Albert Einstein described the distinction between past, present and future as a stubbornly persistent illusion. At a fundamental and microscopic level, interactions between subatomic particles appear not to follow the arrow of time, a strong indicator that there is much to discover. If subatomic particles produce the tick of advancing time, does that mean that anything can happen in between those ticks? And would that begin to explain how subatomic particles, separated by great distances, can appear to be entangled and somehow instantly share information? As far as travelling to the future, there would be other paradoxes. Choosing future options based solely on one set of probabilities, such as your personal desires, would diminish the balancing effect of everything moving forward. There could be a Midas paradox, where you get all the riches and benefits you want, but lose so much else. Very similar to the unpredicted effects of polluting a flowing river. Our current concept of time may be describing an interplay of multiple other dimensions which we cannot sense or pinpoint. The arrow of time appears to follow the irreversible calculation of cause and effect, which then produces probabilities. For myself, it will not stop my enjoyment of time travel fiction films, and hopefully whatever imagination I have to film just for fun is not reliant on a predestined future.